Hey there, and welcome to the crash course on establishing a literacy routine with your infant. Before we begin, let's look at the why behind reading with your child. Some benefits include bonding, enhanced listening skills, cognitive and language development, expanded vocabulary, increased attention span, boosted creativity, exposure to life lessons, as well as social and emotional development. Why is it important to start a reading routine now? A 2017 study presented at the Pediatric Academic Society's meeting showed reading books with babies can boost the vocabulary and reading skills by 4 years before a child even starts school. The age at which parents begin reading to their children is correlated with children's language development. Children who are read to from an early age tend to have higher scores on language measures later on. Remember, while baby can't understand the words just yet, they are picking up on the rhythm of our language and will soon be able to differentiate between syllables and individual letter sounds.
First rule of thumb, keep storytime sessions short with baby. Your goal for the first couple months is to read 1 to 3 books in one sitting with baby. As pediatrician Dr. Sarah Kleen states, babies may only be interested for a few minutes. As they get older, their attention span can handle longer stories. Be sure to choose board books that are simple to follow, contain high contrast images, are wordless, or help baby label their world around them. Remember, the point of story time at this stage is to introduce baby to the procedure of sitting down and reading together. Reading should be seen as a positive experience from day one. We want to make sure that if baby starts whining, crying, or fussing, we stop reading and come back to it later. 0 to 3, a nonprofit organization dedicated to educating parents on the importance of reading together, advises that babies may not pay attention to the whole story. So take a break when they get bored, looking away, arching their back, closing their eyes, or crying. By keeping reading unforced, you set the tone that reading is enjoyable, safe, and an avenue of communication between you and your child. As the National Association for the Education of Young Children says, read-alouds with infants and toddlers can happen at any time. This is the only tip that requires some prep work. Place small stacks of books around your home at your frequent pit stops with baby. This may be the changing table, the tummy time mat, the rocking chair, the couch, the bed, or even the lavatory. Don't forget to also place some books in your vehicle and in your diaper bag for reading on the go. By keeping books handy, you will be able to take advantage of those just right storytime moments when baby is happy, fed, clean, or in need of a reset without having to relocate yourself. Reading with inflection helps hold baby's attention and develops their awareness of rhythm in our speech. This will later shape their understandings of syllables and letter sound identification. Don't feel silly changing your tone or pitch as you are reading. These are actually sophisticated skills that you are modeling to baby as they acquire their language knowledge. Researchers have found strong links between oral reading prosody and general reading achievement. So, bust out your best Billy Goat gruff voice, pause for suspense, and have fun modeling great reading to baby. Children smile, flowers bloom. Book talks are such an important component to reading aloud with your child. At this stage, when books primarily help baby label their world, it is imperative that you add details to help them make connections to these new words or images. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence indicating that parent-child book reading expands children's vocabulary. So, talk about the colors, the characteristics, or the connections you may have to help baby define these new words and pictures in their brain.
Look, hands reach. Look at the hands, they're just like your hands. They're reaching for the butterfly. Yeah.
As the folks over at Reading is Fundamental state, reading aloud a book, acting out a book, and discussing a book are all critical elements to engaging baby in the reading process. So, introducing animals, make the noises. Ah! Introducing movements, model them, or help baby perform it. By adding noises and movements to your story time experience, you help make it more stimulating for baby.
This one, a car races. Whoa, that car goes fast. A cat stretches. Meow. You like the kitty.
Always commend your child for actively participating in story time with you. Bounce them on your knee, toss them in the air, or verbally congratulate them for reading with you. Remember, by making reading a positive experience now, you are building a love for reading that is going to help your child be successful in all aspects of their life. So, go pull out all the stops when you read together. Cue the confetti cannon!
The end. Good job, Asa. I'm so proud of you for reading a book with Mama. Good job. Good job.
Question number 1. Why is it important to read to your child? I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to go ahead and answer that question. If you answered E, you are correct. All of the above. Moving on to question number 2. Reading books with babies can boost their vocabulary and reading skills by how many years before entering school? If you answered D, you are correct. By reading to your child, you can help them get 4 years ahead of their peers in vocabulary and reading skills. Question number 3. What are the 3 basic rules of thumb when reading to an infant? If you answered C, you are correct. Keep it short, unforced, and teach them that it happens anywhere. Last one. How can we make story time engaging and highly valuable for our infants? If you answered D, you are correct. Read with inflection, add details, act it out, and celebrate when baby participates in story time. Your child is one lucky peanut to have such a smart and playful parent in their corner. By implementing these tips and tricks, you're sure to positively impact your child's life and beyond the scope of academics. For more information and book recommendations, please visit this website. Thank you for joining us today.